guys, and welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we're diving back into some more Create Astral, and well, today is the last episode, and I explain it all at the end. I know it's been anticipated, and I have finally somewhat completed the factory. Not all factories are beautiful, and this is far from beautiful, and also very, very expensive. I decided to go with brick, and I thought brick was going to be a good idea for this. I should have just went all dark oak. However, things would have caught on fire. Well, I guess it wouldn't. I still might switch it over to dark oak. I think the dark really looks good in contrast, but instead I have the brick. Now, this material that's up here is actually really cool. This is ballast slabs or ballast. It looked like a roofing material, but it's just deep slate and gravel mixed together. Actually kind of an easy material to make, and was the closest thing I could get to resemble like a asphalt roof. Looks like I still have some more to sort of fill in right here, but it looks pretty good. And even on the inside, it doesn't look too bad. I added myself some doors and some ways to sort of get around in here. And as you can see, I have a door so I can hop in. It's not super bright in here because I don't have any lighting. But up here, I do have this lighting, which really gives off a nice glow. And these are glowstone lamps from Chipped. And you can change your glowstone lamps using the glass blower right here. The glass blower's workbench. Really helpful tool for that. Now, I know I can't get it all done in one day, as this took me a few hours to kind of put together and build, mostly doing the roof, as it's just a lot of crouching and placing, as there's no building wands in this, surprisingly. There's like no building tools at all. It's like, I guess, not planned on building anything. So that's sort of the unfortunate nature, I guess, with this pack is it's definitely not on the building focus side of things for sure, as far as tools go. But it's all vanilla building, definitely. But I have it done. I have it somewhat done. As you can see, this was what I was using to get up top, because I still don't even have an elytra, which will be coming soon. But for now, let's dive head first into our quest, and let's get one of these components automated. And I think today we can definitely get these incomplete electronic circuits up and running, no problem. Now for the pins themselves, I don't know if I should incorporate this fully into the automation of the whole circuit, or if I should just go ahead and do it this way. Back here, I do have set up some filters. So for example, this filter right here has copper wire. But what I should be able to do is add the pins. I don't know if they're called gold pins. They're these things, golden pins. I should be able to add that to the filter and put gold in here on this one, and it should be able to give me those pins. So let's go ahead and hook this in. I need to grab some gold. Gold nuggets is what it needs. So 64 gold nuggets will supply the pins. So if I go ahead and toss those in, they should get processed, and as you can see, we have gold pins being processed. Now, it doesn't need anything. It needs a rolling mill for us to complete the quest. But after we get these pins, we should be able to take them over here. And I want to try this out. I think we can use the same setup that we use already, and that is the one that we use to make Electrum. And we have to put it underneath this Tesla coil. Now, for this Tesla coil, what I'm going to need to do is filter and add these to the filter, I think. So let's drop that down. And let's add pins. And I think they're called like electrified pins. Let's add those to the filter list. And I think that if I put this through, it shouldn't sit there and wait. I don't think. So it ends up here. This must be filtered. It is filtered. Okay. So yeah, we are going to need to add electrified pins to this as well. And make sure that's cleared out. As you can see, the electrified pins are there. And yeah, this basically is just going to be waiting for a charge to happen. And wow, this is going to take a little bit of time. Simply because we just don't have enough. We're not giving this enough power, I don't think, quick enough. Not too sure, not too sure. It might take time to charge these things. But as you can see, they are in here and they are charging. And we are going to need 64 of these pins. I believe it's 64 or 60. 64 of those pins per integrated circuit to make a incomplete electronic circuit. And then after we have the incomplete electronic circuit, we can then send it over and provide it an Astral plate, which we get from Mars that we just visited. And then that gets compressed down. Now these advanced circuits, the advanced integrated circuits, are what we're going to need to make all kinds of advanced Tech Reborn machines. And this is how we're going to get into the deeper parts of Tech Reborn. Now, I think for this, I'm going to have a pretty clever solution for this this problem. Now, I could go about it a couple of ways. We can go about by just making this, or we can actually send it down a line to make this. And I think sending it down a line is definitely the way to go. And make sure we send the pins and make sure we send the Ostrom all in together to be all processed at once. So what I can do is I can have a depot that this is going to end up going into. So the depot will be right here. This is where everything will get processed, right? And then that will just send to another conveyor belt that's going to be right here. And then this is going to be the line where that stuff gets processed. And then it should get funneled back onto this conveyor belt. At least it works out in my head. That's how this will work. And I can only hope that this is how it will actually work. So we'll have this, and we'll just be able to use the different types of filters, funnels, for example, and hopefully we can get that set up. So as far as funnels go, let's grab... Oh, I'm going to have to make a few. But the deployer can go ahead and plop right here. Not like that. Shift right click. And we'll have to have a way to feed the items. So I'll have a way to feed this, and then I'll have another drawer line that's going to run over here to feed it. So with this in place, we have our depot. This should just run over and over and over again, putting the things on it that I hope goes in place. We have our filter, and inside this filter, let's do incomplete. I guess not. Circuit? I guess we do circuit. It'll be the incomplete version. And make sure to store that. And that'll go there. So that way, that's the only thing that will be coming off of this. And I don't think that multiple things can go on this at once. But if that is a problem, we can definitely set up a filter and make sure that it only sends one at a time onto the plate. And then it's going to run over here. And so this is going to have to send that Astral plate. And we'll just run the power through the back. And I'm going to use the same methods that I've been using to get the items over here using the basic crude storage. So I did end up switching things up a little bit. I did go ahead and move this to the opposite side. So that way this is the input and this is the output. But not much else changed. I still have this going in. We have our materials that's going to be reaching here. I do need to change this because I got mixed up and I thought I was inputting from here, but no, I actually have to take this a bit further, and that's where these item vaults are coming in handy. This is the Astral plates that's going to be moving. And so if I take this out 3, I can then just use 2 crude storages, which will, it's not too bad to get set up. Just got to get these placed here. And I guess I can place it like that. Yeah, that's fine. And so this will input into this, and that's going to act like a pipe and go down here. Sending this the plates, which is what we need. Right here is the plates, but this should be now filling up with our electrified pins. And I almost have everything ready to go. Just got to get it sort of fired up and get our power routed, which is not too difficult. As far as the gearbox goes, we already are receiving power from this belt line, which makes it a little easier to just hook this in make that spin. And as far as belts go, that's pretty much it. This needs to rotate the same direction. Actually, no, this needs to rotate out, doesn't it? And then this needs to rotate the other direction. Oh boy. Actually, I guess I could just get away with using this. And is this going the wrong way? No, that's going the right way. This needs to go this way. It can get kind of confusing with the belts, I can tell you that. I think this, yeah, it needs to pull out because that's going out, going into this. And then this needs to rotate in the same direction. So it might be beneficial if I just extend the belt. One. Let me pop that off real quick and then grab a belt. And if I extend that out, then that will continue that rotation and save a little bit of space in the long run. All right, so the belts are running, and the only thing I have to do is carry the power from here and supply these things. So I think it's ready. I think, anyways. I always end up with some sort of problem, but I think all in all, this should work as soon as I put this in. There it goes. It's putting all the pins in, and it should do all 64 of them. That's a lot of times to do this. Very interesting choice. But it's putting all 64 in, and then it should send it down the line when it's done. I mean, this stuff is going very fast. There it goes, and that should result in our output being an advanced circuit. Very nice. And I think I'm just missing the fact that I don't have a rolling mill in my inventory. So I am going through the motions, redoing the quests, and this actually works out quite nice. So I put the pins in here. I will need to change up the icons so that way it's a little easier to understand, but I'm glad I can reuse this setup and I don't have to go in and create the same thing over and over again. So, and there we go. I have myself the quest finished up. I had to go back through all of that, and it wants me to make 4 of these. And this is where I think this mod pack is honestly going to be coming to a close for me. Now, I know this is kind of abrupt and kind of interesting way to end a modded series, but let me explain. This mod pack has been definitely a challenge, but not in the sense of playing Minecraft or playing modded Minecraft. It has been a challenge to come up with creative ideas for making videos in regards to this mod pack, simply because it is really difficult to not be boring when I'm constantly making the same machine setups over and over again. And believe me, I've made a lot of them. Now, I know a ton of you guys have had a ton of time invested into the series, and to you guys, I want to say my deepest apologies. I think next time when I pick a mod pack, I'm going to take a couple of days instead of just diving right in and jumping right in and going, you know what? I'm just going to go off on a whim and pick a mod pack. I think next time I'm definitely going to have to think things through. Now, in regards to our subserver and all that stuff, that's still going to stay up for those of you who are still enjoying this and playing on your own. As if I was playing this outside of doing the YouTube thing, it would be a whole lot easier. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to, after today's episode, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to take a few days off this week, and I'm going to sort of think about the content on this channel and think a little bit about how I can improve that and what next mod pack I should potentially play. Because I want something that's going to be fun, engaging, and allow me to be very creative in the videos I make and the cool stuff I show off. And I feel like in this particular pack, it has been very difficult to do so. As you are following a very strict progression line. So that's sort of been a thing. But guys, I hope you're understanding. I hope you guys understand. If you would, let me know down in the comments what you enjoyed most about this mod pack. I think being positive is definitely the way to go. I really enjoyed playing this mod pack up to this point, and I'm sure I would enjoy playing it more. I would love to live stream this over on Twitch if I had more time, but currently I am super invested in the Vault Hunters SMP over there on Twitch. So that takes up the majority of my time outside of YouTube. But guys, this has been an absolute blast, pun intended. And I hope you guys enjoyed this series. And I know it's such an abrupt end, but at least we ended with, you know, getting at least one of our factories done. I didn't come into today's video with the expectations of ending it, but the more I thought on it, the more I was like, I think this is a good idea. And I think taking a break for the rest of the week is also a good idea. Now, as a thank you to all of you guys for watching, the world download for this will be available down in the descriptions. But while you're down in the descriptions, be sure to check out all of the other links that are down there and use this world to schematic cannon. I mean, that's kind of what you can use it for. If you want to take any of these things that I have built thus far and you want to use the schematic cannon to plop them in your world, go for it. That's exactly what I'm providing this world download for, as a way to say thank you for watching and as a sorry to me for not fully finishing the series like I really had it planned and hoped to do. So if you're bored of any other series, be sure to check out all of my playlists. I have tons and tons of YouTube series over there. If during the break you get bored, be sure to check that out. I also do have a secondary channel, Chosen Live, where all of my Vault Hunters content and all of the live streams past broadcasts go. There's actually some series over there that are exclusive to that channel that I've only done over there that came from the live streams, which is pretty cool, such as like FTB Ocean Block and stuff like that. So be sure to check that out, guys. I thank you guys so much for watching, and well, I think it's that time. It's time to thank the supporter of today's video, the guys that keep this channel performing and keep me uploading every single day. You guys are an absolute bomb. Keep the fam fed. Thank you guys so much, and let me think. And that huge thanks is going to be going out to none other than NM over on the Discord. Thank you so much for becoming a Discord premium member and supporting in one of the best ways possible. Guys, I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys enjoyed thus far. And of course, guys, I will see you in the next series. And I promise you, the next one is going to be fantastic. And as always, thanks for watching.